Hello, hello, hello. Back with the branding of the gears. Hell yeah. More Yu-Gi-Oh! More ancient gears. Gonna do the World Championship qualifier duels while it's still available. Not sure how long these are gonna be going. Might as well get the points while I can. Hope everyone's doing well this evening. Got my coffee. Lost the coin toss. Let's do this. Yes. Just a little bit to the music there. I want a GF too. I hear you, brah. I hear you. What we're gonna look like waiting though. Yo, you're going to work, but you're in the car stereo. Oh, nice. Hope I'm coming in clearly throughout the vehicle. Hope the sound and music are coming in well. I adjusted a little bit because I was watching the VOD of my last stream, and the music was pretty quiet actually. And not that I want the music to overpower my speaking, but at the same time, you know, Master Duel music's pretty good. So I'm hoping it's coming in well. I hope you're driving safe. And I hope there's assholes on the bicycles stay out of your way. It was a compelling video. Let's see, we got branded Blue Eyes. No, discarded an effect veiler, eh? Ooh. Let's see how this be. What do you got? You got a call by? You got a... No? Uh-huh. I like that animation. Ha-ha. Oh, I forgot to switch mice. One moment. There we go. I'll switch in a minute. I'll switch after this, or when it's not my turn. Yeah, that clicking. That was a USB never put in correctly the first time. Ever. I flipped it 3 times and I was like, what? Implying the first one was correct. I don't know, I just... An insufficient offering to the USB gods. What? It's all good. That one's quieter. That's better. Because when I'm watching the VODs, I'm clicking for no reason, just because, like, you know, I guess my itchy finger there just needs something to do. Twitchy finger. Let's see. I discard anyway. Oh yeah, I already have duels, so... But if they can't stop this... yeah, why don't I just grew with their whole day. Sent Wyvern to the grave. Super Polly. You know, I mean, Blue Eyes White Dragon is supposed to be the Maiden in White, I thought, according to the lore. Or at least the anime. Like, Blue Eyes White Dragon is supposed to be like the woman that Seto Kaiba, as an ancient Egyptian, fell in love with, and that's why that's why the bond between Seto Kaiba and the Blue Eyes are so strong and whatnot. Okay, what do you got for me? Never mind. Let's see. 679. Oh wow, is that just 79 if I summon another golem? Well, then I guess from the grave. Ooh, now you Ash Blossom. Okay. Posture. Okay. 66. I can't even set. Oh well. Okay. Does Ballista search one to Gear Monster or Gear Town? Damn. I was really hoping. Because I can search Ballista. I can search for. I want to search for Gear Town. I already used Gear Town. Damn. Might as well switch this up. Earth all the way. Earth for Earthlings. Earth for Earthlings indeed. Hope the stream's coming in clearly. That. My mouse is disconnected. What the hell? Oh, okay, there we go. Damn wireless mouse. I only use you right now because you're quieter. But the wired one's louder, but it's more of a guaranteed connection. That was weird. What do you got here? Oh, Neo Kaiser Seahorse. Cool. I know there's also a improved Vorse Raider who's level 5, and he has like a Cyber Dragon-like effect, if I remember correctly. Oh, but Neo Kaiser Seahorse is a tuner monster. That's cool. What would a level 4? Level 8. Unless it's not intending to synchro with Blue Eyes. Oops. Crimson Dragon. Just adjust my camera for a second. Okay, just need to check the green screen border. Not to shatter the illusion. It's all about lighting. That's weird. I'm going to close out of my stream manager and try again. Not a fan of the updated look. I like the old stream manager better. Well, looks to be better now. Okay, I know you can attack all my guys. So. Not sure why you had to put Neokai's or Seahorse in defense. Not even sure why you still have Crimson Dragon on the field. Crimson Dragon normally doesn't stick around on the field this long. Oh god, is it piercing? Okay. At least it doesn't have piercing. But I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Maybe if I draw Tanker or if I can pull off 1,600 points of burn damage this turn, that'd be cool. That's not exactly what I was looking for, but we'll see what happens. We shall see. I guess a copy is another synchro monster, and there's no other synchro monster to copy, so. Summons the end of the turn. Let's see. What do you got? Oh, I see, said the blind man. Oh, come on. I was going to use those. Damn. All because I couldn't pull off that win last turn. Only because my Wyvern was Ash Blossomed, so I couldn't continue the search. I would have been able to pull off something extra. I would have been able to pull off the extra 1,400. I can pull off that search, no problem. It's amazing how one negate can mess up your whole day. Yeah. I don't want to surrender, because I still want my points for doing all my shenanigans. But I sincerely doubt I'm going to win with just a Solemn Judgment on the field. Let's see. Can I Solemn this? Everything's in defense, even though all they do is attack me one time. Well, if you're gonna attack, at least attack with blue eyes. And turn. Not sure why they did that. I can't even use this. Screw it. I'm just gonna kamikaze. Because I don't want to sit here and watch him do 12 more things. Didn't want to surrender, though. Oh, got 3,000 points of damage on that one, at least. Yeah, I doubt I'm qualifying for much. Money dreads. Bye-bye, money dreads. Ooh. Not the ideal going first hand. Just a 2,000 defense set. You know, if this was GOAT format, or even Edison, this might be something. Crap. Nope. Actually, here I was about to surrender, but let's see if I can shut down their Tenpai crap. Because Tenpai are an annoying one-turn combo. Honestly, was about to surrender just because I didn't want to have to sit here for a few minutes and deal with it. Ugh, why didn't you take damage from that? Take no battle damage from involving your fire dragon monsters. Just at all. Well, if I can normal summon this, still a tuner. I can synchro summon Clearwing Synchro Dragon, and that would be something. Okay. I think I'm dealing a bot. I think I'm dealing with a bot here. These decisions are taking a little too long. Tuning. Synchro summon. It's cool animation. Take no battle damage just at all with your fire dragons. That's obnoxious. And all I can do is negate anything level 5 or higher. So we will see how this even goes. Yeesh. Back's been hurting like all day. Really gotta sit up. Posture check. Oh, come on. This is definitely a bot. These decisions are taking way too long. If I can negate this. Now, if you can negate this part, you can slow down their entire combo. Really no idea negated my Synchro Dragon. You're about to do a bunch of crap with your Synchro Dragons. Why couldn't I have my fun with mine? Okay. Not really sure how he's planning here, but it's taking a fucking while. I'm definitely reporting this player at the end of the game for slow play, because this is ridiculous. Yeah. Kind of want to just fucking surrender to get this over with, because I'm sick of looking at this. I only hope that the time limit like runs out on this. I know it's negated, but it's gonna keep popping up, you know why. Maybe they'll do something. If it's just a bot, they'll respond anyway. No, this is horrendous. This is taking way too long. Port, slow play, confirm, report. I don't even know if that does anything, but at least appreciate the option. Okay, blue Albaz. So like Albaz, but Link summons? Can only imagine. Wow. This is more of a going. I can't even tell if it's going first or second hand. It's a bunch of fuckery. But still. Okay, you discarded the bottomless, so if I just Ash Blossom that, search. Oh, okay, you have nothing in your graveyard of any use at the moment. Unless you have a normal... What's having a normal trap in the grave is the whole thing. Alright, what are you fusing? Okay. Unaffected by trap cards or effects. Oh my god. These are all fucking traps. Well, if he's unaffected, then he should be removed. What? I guess he's just unaffected at all, so... I thought that was really more of a field thing. Ugh. That's annoying. Because I know I've used this card on Ancient Gear Howitzer, and it's unaffected by card effects at all, not just trap cards. Well... so that's weird. Okay. Can't even use it to summon another gear. Not great. Not what I would call great. Maybe they'll summon 5 monsters or something. Yeah. That's all I can hope for at this point, is that they summon 5 monsters, so I can Nibiru them. Damn. I'm actually just gonna blow us both up. I'm gonna lose, but... well, at least I did something to him. Ah, damn. Not great so far. I think I've lost every duel so far. Damn. Come on, Heart of the Cards. Where are you at? Come on, Heart of the Cards. Yeah. See how this be. Set you into the golem. Okay, you're gonna... Right. Gear town into catapult. Discard catapult. Okay. Nah. Kinda want my searches. Okay. Building up a wall. Okay, I get my searches. So I'm going to summon Wyvern. Search for advance. Let's see. Let me take a chance on this real quick. Tribute Wyvern, because I want a material in the graveyard. Okay. Okay, here's an idea. Using you and Commander, so that way I have that in the grave. Oh, it's funny. I confuse token with my ghost spell. That's fine. Whew. Oh, took a bit of a nap earlier, so I'm still kind of tired. Would have honestly streamed earlier, but I ended up more spontaneously going to my sister's place, hanging out with her for a while. She's her boyfriend. He's chill. Talking Magic the Gathering. There's like a new Final Fantasy cross release with Magic the Gathering, which is pretty cool. They have like Cloud and Sephiroth and other Final Fantasy characters. I'm curious if they have Cecil from Final Fantasy IV. So I'm curious if the Cecil, the Dark Knight, it's probably a black card. And I guess when Cecil becomes a paladin, maybe becomes a white card. I don't know if they do it that way. You know, they go from swamp to plains. It's been a while since I played Magic. But in real life, I like using... I have three main decks. There's a green deck, a white deck, and my personal favorite, a green and white deck. And my friend Kanito, he uses a blue deck. Naturally. Number one, it was Comic-Con many, many years ago. Like over a decade ago at this point. And just upon entering, when you get there, like they were giving out free Magic the Gathering decks. Like, just giveaways, like little like starter decks. Very simple. Like, since I went 3 days, I got a white one, a green one, and a blue one. And honestly, I didn't even think much of it. Because I didn't even play much at the time. I played, like, in elementary school, but I was honestly always more of a Yu-Gi-Oh fan. But I always do it. I still enjoy Magic. But I never had a really good deck. Back in the day, I had a green deck. So I just had these starter decks. Just kind of had them. And one day, I'm hanging out with a group of friends, and we all go to this card shop. Because they were really into Magic, but I didn't bring in any cards. And a friend of mine bought this Dragon versus Knight set. And it was like the dragons were red and black, and the knights were green and white. And a friend of mine was like, oh, you know, just pick a deck. And I just picked the knight one because it looked cool. And that's what we were playing, and I went to give him the deck back. And I was like, oh, hey, man, thanks for letting me use your cards. He's like, oh, you can just keep that. And I was like, oh, word. Oh, I really appreciate it, man. So I got this free green and white deck. And I remembered at Comic-Con, I was like, wait, I have more green and white cards at home, like, specifically. I was like, oh, crap, I'm gonna go look at those starter decks and add to them. So that was the beginning of my, what my main kind of deck is. I've added some more cards recently to it. And then I had this blue starter deck that I ended up giving to my friend Kanito. And he built his blue deck starting off that. It's been a while since we played, but good times. So I'm curious to see what the new Final Fantasy release is. I know Magic the Gathering has been like crossing with a bunch of stuff. What else did they do? They do like a Walking Dead thing. I want to say. Might be mixing that with something else. That actually sounds pretty cool though. Okay, bring back the tanker. Tanker. Brings back the howitzer. You gonna destroy this as well? This isn't a once per turn there, friend. Let's see. I would summon my Royal Rare Golem, but I could use this search. I already have a commander in the graveyard. Better safe than sorry. Okay. Yeah, Howitzer's attack effect is not a hard once per turn there, friend. Alright, let's see if we can turn this one around. I think we can. I believe this can be turned around. Oh wait, if target one item monster in either graveyard, banish it. Well, guess I'm not gonna need Gozen match. Yeah, put you in the extra zone. Yep, okay. One time we're pulling it out together and they surrendered, but I'll take it. Giant mech soldier. School art. Monster swings an earth-shattering axe that cannot be blocked by a common sword. For a 6-star, 1750. I guess back in the day that was imposing and intimidating. Okay. Is that a bot name or what? So for a while on YouTube, I couldn't really pick a name for my Yu-Gi-Oh streams. Like if it was in the morning, I would just call it morning, Master Duel in the morning. And if it was after midnight, I would just call it Midnight Master Duel. But then there'd be those pesky times where it would be like, you know, in between, like maybe it's the afternoon or maybe it's the evening. And it was like, okay, what if it's not midnight or the morning? And so I almost didn't want to play if it wasn't those times. And I was like, that's stupid. So now I just call it Branding of the Gears. And I just renamed, honestly, all my VODs on the channel. And I just ordered them as upon release. You know? So instead of Midnight Master Duel 1, Morning Master Duel 1, Midnight Master Duel 2, something like that. Now it's all just Branding of the Gear 1, 2, 3, 4, all to 11. And I honestly thought that would make things easier to understand. But at least at the time, I thought it's like, yeah. So I'm gonna stick with the name and just move on from it. Yeah, Yugioh is just gonna be branding of the gears, named after the Death Clock, named after the gears from Death Clock. It's time for the branding of the gear. Not really good. Not really good metal vocalist, honestly. I wasn't really trying there, but I know people who are, and they're very impressive. Singing doom metal without destroying your voice, that's a skill. Chaos Max, gosh. I know there's this new Blue Eye support, but gosh. I'd like to see other cards, please. I mean, I guess I'll take this over Tenpai Dragons. Yeah, Tenpai, Tearlaments. Sick of those. At the very least, Blue Eyes is classic. Yeah. The Aurora of the Moon. It's kind of funny how in the original anime, it's like there was 4 Blue Eyes White Dragon cards, and that was it. Yugi's grandpa had 1, Kaiba had 3, and even Kaiba thought 1 being out there was too much. But now there's so many different kinds of Blue Eyes, it's ridiculous. It's like they're not even special anymore. Wish I had streamed a little earlier, but that's the dangerous game of putting your head down for a little while. I'm at that age now where I say phrases like that. I'm at that age now. But it's true, you know. Very tempting. I could have easily just kept sleeping, to be honest. Man, when I'm laying in bed, I can talk myself out of doing almost anything if I've been laying in bed long enough. Which is not good. It's how one simply exists and not really lives. I've kind of... Man, I spent this whole last week kind of just existing rather than truly making the most out of my time. And I was actually off from work. Like, I'd still have one more day, which is good. But, I always thought that, oh man, my job is screwing up. It's like my potential. I was like, my job is what keeps my routine going. You know, it's not that routine is. For some, routine gets stale. But I realized that it's like, all the free time in the world doesn't really matter if you're not disciplined with it. Kind of just was not disciplined with my last week. If I was, I would have gotten simply more done. But it is what it is. Okay, let's see. Opponent can have that. Oh, I should have used Lightning Storm. I was supposed to use Lightning Storm before that. Fuck. Whatever. Maybe they'll negate this for some reason. Maybe I can bait out the negation so that I can pull off Lightning Storm to destroy the True Light and then just to wipe out the field. Okay. Are you gonna negate and destroy that? Okay. It doesn't destroy, it just... what else do you have? Oh, it's right facing effect, negate this joint. Wow. I mean, there's nothing on my field to destroy, but... Destroy one card on the field. Well, pick something. Oh, what? What was that? For each time cards you control will be destroyed this turn by battle or card effect, they are not. Is that what happened? Oh my god. Wow, wasn't... Did all that just to watch Lightning Storm do literally nothing. Didn't even phase them. Damn. Getting tired of these really bad going first hands. It's something, but... Yeah, this Ancient Gear and Shenanigan deck is... It's got shenanigans, but I definitely prefer the Ancient Gear deck when it's just Ancient Gear is doing its... But then again, you know, it's... That often leaves me with no responses. No hand traps, so there's gotta be a balance to these things, you know? It's... And... Okay... Link something. Send one other card. You control to the graveyard, but they didn't control any other cards at the time. So, managed to catch them there. Oh, jeez. Wow. Can't do anything with this guy right now. Wow, of all times. With this, I can switch him back to defense. He might not even waste an activation of stuff on 500. What do you got? Is that a normal summon? Yeah. battle. Am I really about to use a mirror force on this? Because putting that in defense. And wow. For 800 and 500. What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? It's probably the most over the top for 800 attack and 500 attack. Excuse me. There, nobody got anything. That was ridiculous. I know he's got 2,000 defense, so there's no point in me attacking it. And maybe for some reason they won't remember that I have 2,000 defense and they'll attack me anyway. It's worth a try. Okay, you got wind, you got 2 water there? Okay. Okay, we got earth. Okay. Now I can force you to make a choice. Earth or water there, sweetheart? He chose water, I see. Wow. Cool art. Well, I asked for something different, and they indeed are giving me something different. Chrystrons are definitely... or crystaltrons? So chrystrons? I guess it's Cree as in crystal, not cry as in Christian. Christ John! Oh my god, the Christ Johns! Oh my god, it's the Christ John archetype. Okay. Just bump the mic for a sec. See, already been going for almost an hour. Not sure how long the stream is going to be honest. See how the vibe is. So, well, I did ask for something different. And I thought I had them with Gozen match. Oh, okay, you can only pay one attribute. Okay. I didn't realize the majority of these guys are water. Water machines. Like the Dino Mist cards. Those are like pendulum, water machine, giant robot looking, hydro powered giant robot looking dudes. Like if Zoids were water powered. Come on, don't you want to attack with? Don't you? I thought you were gonna attack with like this guy or something. Didn't you forget that? Wouldn't even mattered. Is that even game? 2, 4. Let's see, 59, 60, 7 really. Doubt I'm actually going to have much of a response to this. Yeah. But I want my points for activating my trap cards. But sadly, I have a feeling that they're just going to do a bunch of nonsense. Summon, do a bunch of crap. When they could literally just attack, but... Okay. Yeah. I've already lost this round, so... Just whatever speed this along, to be honest. Okay, there's nothing stopping you from just attacking me now. There you go. Yeah. I just didn't want to surrender because I didn't want to lose any points. Even if all I get is 100 for trap activation. Yep. It's better than surrendering. Cool. Let's see. Look at the dual pass. Take those SRs. Let's see. Yep. Let's open up some legacy packs, because why not? I'm gonna up 100. And they only open 2 at a time. Wow, that's real inspiring. Oh, she got a couple of yours. Already got this guy. But... Overmind Archfiend. 1 psychic type tuner, 2 or more non-tuner psychic monsters. Once per turn, you can select 1 psychic type monster in your graveyard and remove them from play. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, special summon as many monsters as possible that are played by this effect. Wow. That's cool. Master of Ham. Wow, this looks like a joke card. This even the art, this kind of looks like a joke card that I would see in like a fan art group on social media. Just 2 beast monsters. Just okay. If this card is fusion summoned or flipped face up, you can special summon 1 flip monster from your hand or deck in face down position. Oh wow, so this is actually like koala support. This card is in your graveyard. You can banish 2 flip monsters from your face up field or in your graveyard. So summon this card in face down defense position, but banish when it leaves the field. Wow, this reminds me of some like gritty reboot of Hamtaro. Sky Scourge. This card cannot be special summoned except by moving play 1 light fairy and 3 dark fiend monsters. That's so specific. Oh crap! A royal rare. Peking Goblin. Your opponent reveals the top 3 cards of their deck. Choose 1 to place on the bottom of the deck and place the other 2 on the top. Interesting. Wow. Getting really lucky on the royal rares these streams. Wow. Didn't even realize that at first. That's pretty cool, actually. And it's all part of the new Goblin. They could be added to the Goblin archetype, I think. Dragulus, the Vampiric Dragon. That's cool. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 face-up monster on the field that was special summoned from the extra deck, change it to face-down defense. Oh, okay. If this face-up card is under control is into the graveyard or banished by opponent's card effects, special this card in face-down defense. Interesting. It's a worm, though. I think for a vampire-like card, that would have been more of a zombie or something, or a fiend even, but worm. How did Dai get here? That's funny. If the monster you control is destroyed by your opponent's attacks or card effect, place face up in your field zone 1 field spell from your deck with a different name than the cards in the field zones that reveal 5 monsters from your deck that could be special summoned. Different names from each other. Your opponent randomly picks 1 for you to special summon. The rest get shuffled in the deck. What? Got confused reading all that. Double payback. Activate only when you take 1,000 or more damage from your opponent's card's effect. Place 1 payback counter for every 1,000 damage you took. During the end phase of your second turn, destroy this card and you do inflict 2,000 for each payback counter. Oh, okay. Took a delayed return burn. Interesting. Dark Hunter. This card's effect changes depending on the number of dark monsters in your graveyard. 1 or fewer, this card loses 400 attack. 2 to 4, it gains 400. 5 or more, you can send this card to the graveyard. So all face up, face down monsters your opponent controls. Very interesting. Random and specific, but cool. Dark Blade, the captain of the evil world. Oh wow, it's like an upgraded version of Dark Blade. Cool. Once per turn, you can banish 1 dark monster from your graveyard to target 1 level 4 or lower light monster in your opponent's graveyard. Your opponent controls. Equip it to this card. You can equip 1 monster at a time. This effect, this feat card on the field will be destroyed. The equipped monster with it is destroyed instead. Cool. I guess it's supposed to be Pitch Dark Fire Dragon. The Union Dragon that was kind of like a lore connection to Darkblade. Oh, yeah, I remember this card being really good. When the equipped monster inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can select up to 2 monsters in your opponent's graveyard and remove them from play. Wow. I remember that being really good back in the day. Nowadays, your opponent would want stuff removed from the game, so who knows? That might actually help them. Obnoxious Celtic Guardian. Classic. You can see why that's in the legacy packs. Interesting. Negate attack. Classic. Well, that was cool. Surprised we pulled that royal rare. Let's see if we can just... Oh, sweet. See if we can pull a... Maybe... Always on the hunt for at least one more royal rare gear. Yeah, and that's... Now we're talking. Nice, come on. Oh. Deus Ex Crawler. Deus Ex is a very interesting game series. It's a first-person shooter with RPG elements. Oh, whoa. Oh, I wanted to click on the tower, see what that was. Whew. Eyes itch. Ooh, on. No, man, did I waste the royal rare luck? Still cool to see the goblin one, but still. Royal Hydra? Oh. Maybe I want it too much. Maybe I just need to be like SpongeBob and be the crane and just let things be. That'd be cool to get a royal rare of that. Royal rare ancient gear fusion? That'd be awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Out the howitzer outside the pack. Oh, how the glows. It's teasing me now. Maybe I just got so many I'm like a little disappointed when each one doesn't give me one. Spoiled, that's the word. I feel spoiled. Whoa! Holy crap, another royal rare. Wow. I was hoping for the ancient gear, but getting really lucky on these. That's the second royal rare just this stream. One Magna Key tuner. What the hell are these things? This card make up to 2 attacks during the battle phase. Once return. If you control this card that was synchro summoned using at least 2 attributes. So that one, it's making magic or spell or trap. This. If someone just monster with the same attribute that monster in the graveyard, you can destroy it. Wow. Interesting, but wow, another royal rare. That is second royal rare this stream. That was awesome. And we still got a pack left. I was really hoping for a gear, but I'm not complaining. A royal rare ultimate golem would be sick, though. That's pretty cool. I don't even know what this archetype is, but I'll have to look more into it now. Oh, Shining Howitzers. It's a ritual for there's an Odd Eyes ritual monster? I didn't even realize. May have seen it like once, but it's not coming to memory. It's funny, you know, Deus Ex Scrolling. Like the first, there's a series called Deus Ex, and it's like a first-person shooter. And I actually considered streaming the very first one, but it was running was not running very optimally on my PC. So hopefully in the future, but still. Is there a way to sort cards by their royal rare status? Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, Neos, Obelisk. Alternative Blue Eyes. Dragon of Pride and Soul. And more Charmy, Fuwalos. Magician's Soul. I had more than I realized. Rainbow Overdragon. DDD Flame High King Genesis. Nice. Actually lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8. Even if that's not a shiny, that's not royal. It's just shiny. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. Oh, missed magical bond, magician's bond. There, magician's bonds and unity. 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh yeah, pulled this one. This was a free giveaway. Super red Supernova Dragon. Oh, this was a good one. TG Glaive Blaster. 12. Armor Wing Full Master. 13. Cyber Slash Harpy. 14. 15. Neo Galaxy Eyes. 'Galaxy Eyes Solar Flare. 15, 16. Okay, actually losing track again. Oh, wow. 15, 16. Yeah, sorry, I don't want to bore people. I just got overzealous by the number of royal rares. Let's switch it up for a minute. Just play ranked. This should just be my regular gear deck. I'm surprised I pulled 2 royal rares for this stream alone. Missed the first one because I pressed skip instead of. I wasn't gonna watch 100 packs, 2 at a time. That would have taken forever. Okay. Oh, sadly, this is my normal gear deck with no hand traps. Well, besides Imperm, but yeah, there's no Max C or Ghost Bells or whatnots. Literally lost track. I'm pretty sure I have more royal rares than that. I just kind of lost track and didn't want the whole stream. I wanted to get boring. Yeah. This might not be. See how this goes. Well, at least it's not blue ones. I have no idea how many negates they're setting up right now, but we're gonna find out. I hope everybody else is doing well this fine evening. E. Still pretty jazzed about those royal rares. I think I had a royal rare rescue cat. I think that was the first royal rare I ever pulled in this game, and I was so low on like uh, UR points or gems or whatever it was. I was like, I don't even have a deck that fully utilizes this, so I might as well break it down. Duke of Demise. Two fiends or zombie monsters. Wow, this is not what I was expecting. This is a Bakura card from the anime. Exceed the pendulum. Or pendulum. There's no G, but yeah, it's still pronounced that way. For a while, I thought it was pendulum. Yeah. Oh well. Cool. Definitely. Yeah, even if one Ash Blossom probably couldn't stopped all that. Just checking on something. Salatrice. Oh, what's the Valmonica? Valmonica. That's the Valmonica. That's the archetype. Okay. Whew, what do you got for me? Yep, I'm surprised this is like a real card now. To you are no less. Two fiends or zombies, and or zombies. One per turn. You pay 500 points or destroy this card. I mean, during the main phase of this card, you normally summon one monster. Okay. I can see that being good. Whew. Indeed. Okay, well. Yeah, sorry, sometimes sometimes I just don't know what to say sometimes live. Get caught up in what I'm looking at and I realize I'm not saying anything. So, can these guys even attack me? Can I still use their effects? I think they can. Whew. Okay, let's try this. Gear Town. Heavy Storm. Gonna blow everything up. It's okay. Pretty sure it's gonna be forced to go into defense, but and negates the effects, huh? Okay. Get Dark Golem back out there. Could, you know what? I have a different idea. If this doesn't work. Take that and a commander. Use them together. Thankfully, Howitzer is unaffected by card effects. Oh my god. I guess it's because Babushka was on the field first. I guess it was because, yeah, Howitzer's unaffected by card effects ability is tricky. Well, I guess there's at least... Well, at least they didn't read it. Plus, this card has a graveyard effect, which is good. Only works on Gear Golem, though. Excuse me. So, yeah, I guess if Babushka was already on the field, Bagusta. So when Howitzer was summoned after that, Howitzer couldn't use its effect. Because even if it's unaffected by card effects. But Howitzer was on the field first, and then Bagusta was summoned. Howitzer probably still could have used its effects. If I'm understanding the timing of that correctly. Well, you switch it to attack mode, so that means we should have our effects again. Let's see, what do you got? What do you got? Hope you just keep not reading and keep targeting my Howitzer. That'd be fun. See what you got. Hope everyone is doing well this evening, or whatever time you're watching this. in your time zone. Dealing with a Fiendsmith Valmonica deck with a touch of Baguska. Baguska. Okay. I guess I did not realize what his name actually was till just now. Yeah, take control. Yeah, I thought you were going to try and take Howitzer again. Felt like reading, did ya? Nope, nothing. Everybody's enjoying the stream. Anybody has a particular favorite archetype or something they want to see in the future? See it. Pulled a Royal Rare Goblin card, so that'd be fun to make a Goblin deck. Okay. Don't appear to have any negates on hand. I hope not, at least. Okay. Bring that back. It's not a hard once per turn. Ooh, no poly. Oh. I didn't use the search this turn, right? Okay. Okay, Gear Town and a Catapult. Discard Catapult. Okay, 3k defense. This should keep me alive. There we go. Okay, negate their effects. Also, he's not considered an Ancient Gear Golem anymore. He's... Damn. Dark Golem. His name becomes Ancient Gear Golem while they're in the grave or on the field. Opponent activates a monster effect. Okay, so this negates monster effects. So it's not... What? Is that a time limit or something? Yeah. They were doing a lot of shenanigans. Comeback. I mean... Yeah. Appreciate the time of the win. Oops. Three wyverns, okay. Should probably use one. Hope they don't have any gates. Okay, advance, search, advance. Catapults. Use advanced tribute wyvern. Oh, hell yeah, even better. Gear Town with the catapults for more summons. Okay, since it's turn 1, gonna use catapult to summon dragon and defense. Gear Town to play statue. Statue into Dark Golem. Dark Golem. Searches. Takes Commander. Duel. Send Commander to the grave. Use Commander's effect. Activate Duel now. Okay, now Ancient Gear Golem and monsters that mention Ancient Gear Golem, like the Ancient Gear Dragon, are unaffected by monster effects. Unaffected by opponents' activated monster effects. Hell yeah. Poly. Nah. Send a golem to the grave from the deck. What do you got for me, eh? Skywalker? I negate one pop. What is this deck even? Now that I'm actually looking at the numbers. Okay, 40 cards, that's fine. 10 cards in the extra deck, no sleeves. What? Connection failed. What was all that? I gotta confirm that deck real quick. Yeah, it was Hero. It was like a very basic Hero deck, but we'll take it. Shall take those. Oh. 2024, 2022. I see. Like you and I, we took some time off from this game at some point. Tiny bug. Okay. The Bellstar. I mean, it's fine. I just don't have any hand traps right now. This deck is all gear all the time. For better or worse. Excuse me. Original Sinful Spoils. Ooh, we got a Bellstar Snake Eyes. Original. Well, I'll take Snake Eyes over Tenpai Dragon. Personally. But, you know, with the right negates, you can fuck up any strategy. Anybody in chat, anybody have a favorite archetype? Anybody in chat have a favorite archetype they like? Or does anybody have or least favorite archetype they're sick and tired of seeing? Mine's anything with 0 attack that deals damage based on what the opponent has, like new Yugioh support, or those ritual cards with 0 attack. I forget what, I'm not even sure what the name of the archetype is, but they rely on a lot of equip spells, and all the cards are attack, 0 defense. That and Modern Yugioh, where you just, whatever your opponent has, like, they take all the damage, your cards aren't destroyed. It's just nonsense. super annoying. Of course, my favorite are the ancient gears. And maybe I'll even get a chance to play some this round. There's the classics. There's the Dark Magicians and the Blue Eyes White Dragons. There's a lot of Blue Eyes support now. A lot of new Blue Eyes support. The Red Eye support's pretty good too. The amount there is. There's a lot more Gaia the Fierce Knight cards than I first realized. Which is pretty cool. Gaia is a pretty cool boss monster. He was actually my very first boss monster back in the day. Before I even had a starter deck of any kind, when all my cards were just loose packs strung together with whatever the hell was inside. Now, my first best card was Gaia the Fierce Knight. And a kid at school offered to trade me for a Summoned Skull. I thought, okay, Summoned Skull, 1 less tribute and more attack points? Hell yeah, I'll make that trade all day. And shortly after, definitely after that, because at some point, I managed to get my hands on the card Dark Necrofear. And then Dark Necrofear was like, oh, you need to remove 3 Fiend monsters from your graveyard to special summon this. And I was like, oh, what if I just build an entire deck that's based around Fiend monsters? And that's what I did. So I took cards like Summoned Skull, I took early Dark World cards, a lot of the vanilla ones. Zur, Knight of Dark World, big bastard with the huge hands, he's got like 2100 defense. Defender of Dark World. And then I had like other very random Fiend cards like Headless Knight, Portrait of Fiend, or whatever it is. A bunch of like random vanilla Fiends that you'd find like Yami Bakura using in like Season 1 and Season 2 of the anime. But yeah. Still fun. And did it all just to build the deck around Dark Necrofear. And I remember Shonen Jump magazine, like when Shonen Jump came in like this really thick monthly magazine, they'd have a free Yu-Gi-Oh card giveaway, like in every pack, like every magazine, and that's when I got Darkness Neosphere, which was 4,000 attack, 4,000 defense, played perfectly well into a Fiend deck. That was a no-brainer to add that. Let's see. What do you got? Damn. But yeah, those were good times when Shonen Jump magazine had a couple of cards that way. Let's see, there was Darkness Neosphere, Light and Darkness Dragon. There were a few cards given out in that magazine. Good times. Okay. You negated my negate. How dare you? I can't set after I use this. I just set now. If I can just... I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe that alternate art threw me off for a second. Oh well. You weakened yourself enough for me to destroy you. Well, that was something. Oh well. Yeah. Magazine giveaways. Good times. Are magazines even still a thing anymore? Like, do people actively subscribe to a monthly magazine subscription anymore? Like, there was a time when I would get Game Informer magazine for a while. A friend of mine would get Nintendo Power. But, those did not take too long over the course of years to come obsolete. Now, honestly, the idea of paying for a magazine subscription when all the information is found much quicker online. But, gaming magazines used to be the thing. They used to be the shit, to be honest. They used to be the only way, one of the only ways, to find out what games are coming out. Remember, a friend of mine actually gave me one of his copies of Game Informer magazine when the cover was introducing Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots, on PS3 for the very first time. And, so much of that particular issue was dedicated to that game. And my friend knew I was Metal Gear nut at the time. So I was excited as hell for that game. So he gave me the magazine so that I can be even more hyped for the game. Because this was 2007, where the YouTube was still pretty new. Was YouTube even a thing in 2007? Screw it, that's worth Googling. YouTube was created February 14th, 2005. Okay, so yeah, YouTube was barely 2 years old at the time I'm talking about. You can find game trailers, or there weren't full-on reviews. At least not to the extent that there is today. If I can go back in time, just tell my younger self to jump on that internet gaming news whatnot. I mean, it's not impossible to start a gaming news channel even today, but good luck, in my honest opinion, because if you're gonna be a gaming journalist nowadays, oh goodness, it really pays off to be well versed in a multitude of genres and be well spoken. You want to know what you're doing, and you want to sound smart while you're doing it. Because so many modern gaming journalists nowadays, they either don't know what the hell they're doing, they don't know how to play the game, so they give it a low score, or they just give it an average, run-of-the-mill score for playing for the beginning of it. They play through the first hour or so they just give it a 7 out of 10. The old classic 7 out of 10. Okay, search for a box. So is that going to give me my other search? Oh, 8,000 exactly. Didn't even get my search. There it is. I mean, this is exactly 8,000 damage, but... well, that's a little disappointing. Yeah. Oh well. Got a little lost in the thought of old media, gaming trends, the gaming trends of back in the day. But man, now there's so much like gaming news out there. You know, I hear about certain games even when I don't want to. You know, there's certain times you can't even escape certain games being talked about or spoilers for stuff. But like now, back then, if there was stuff you wanted to know about specific games, you had to dig deep and research it yourself. I remember when I was a kid in high school, and I was using the school's computers to look up the lore and the history of Metal Gear Solid. And I ended up knowing more about the fake history and lore of things like Metal Gear Solid and Star Wars than I did of like actual history. If I had spent even a fraction of that time actually doing schoolwork, damn, that's okay. Yeah, if I had spent the fraction of the time learning about actual history, I would have been a history buff. Actually, probably a problem today. I'd be a World War II buff today. It's a great joke. What's his name? The comedian Shane Gillis, and it was like, if you're getting older and you find yourself being more rapidly interested in things like World War II, it's borderline conservatism. It's like conservatism's coming, brother. It's it's like you think your dad wanted to be angry all the time. It was like that's funny. Straight all spells and traps, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna let this go. Okay. Hopefully that didn't miss time. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, buddy, I got bad news. Or good news, depending on how you're looking at it. Yeah, this is a. Yeah, I don't want to butcher the joke, but yeah, Shane Gillis does a really good bit about that. But yeah, my point would have been if. Oh no, this I'm gonna negate. Man, but honestly, I probably would be a World War II buff if I had spent more time in high school actually studying history. I'm a Star Wars buff. Well, I can't say that anymore. Years ago, I was a Star Wars buff, meaning like I knew a bunch of the. I knew the names, I knew the periods. Hell, even in Star Wars lore, when they're talking about years, they use the words BBY. It's like, oh, this is 500 BBY. This is 1000 BBY. I actually knew what that meant. BBY stands for Before the Battle of Yavin. But for the life of me, I can't remember the significance. I want to say that was the name of the events. Yavin 4 was one of the moons. Not of Endor. But yeah, Endor, the forest moon of Endor. That was. I don't even know what the name of that was. I can't even remember. It's like playing an old video game that you used to be really good at as a kid. And you go back and look at it and you think you have the same knowledge and you got the same step as an adult. You're like, I got this. And you're like, oh wow, I used to know this. I used to have this by heart. I used to have this nailed down. Only now you come back to it, you'd be like, what the hell happened? It just slowed down. Okay, do I have a... Okay, I have a commander. Let's use some Regeki. Come on. You used one on me. Well, you tried to, at least. Okay. Yeah. Certain facts. I also used to know the lore of Metal Gear, like, by heart. Like, really specific, niche, nonsensical stuff. Like, instead of learning actual presidents' names, I was like, oh my god, the Sorrow and the boss are Ocelot's parents! This is gonna be so necessary for me to know in the future. Search advance. Come on. Catapult. Tribute. To draw. Okay, you might. Okay, you're gonna Ash Blossom. Another Wyvern, alright. Maybe they won't stop that because I'm targeting my own card. What do I got? No, actually, I do have Duel on the field, so that should help. Okay, just don't call by the grave or Ash Blossom. Just don't mess with me in any way, and we'll be fine. I'm just gonna send these to the grave just to be safe. Send another commander to the grave to be safe. Fortress. Come on. Perfect. I think I can pull this off now. I'm gonna use Dragon, Wyvern, Dark Golem, Fusion Summon, Ultimate Golem with 3 attacks, and with the power of Duel and Fortress on my field. Three attacks, this should be plenty. 1, 2, and the final blow. Nice. Hate when the Chimera Tech monsters are used against me like that. Woot! That was a rank up. That was a rank up match if I've seen one. Able to turn that one around. Ooh. Corroding Shark. A zombie shark that can deliver its lethal curse with a spell. Wait, a spell? Like it casts a magic spell? Not what I was expecting from a corroding shark. We're doing on the dual pass there. Some gems, some URs. Let's see, how we doing on time? Almost past the 2-hour mark. Go for another round or two. Okay, go first. Search with advance. I said search with advance. You would. King Furry? I'd expect nothing less from the King of Furries. I can't even set... Wow. I can't even set defense. King Furry. I've been to your conventions. Y'all are nuts. Throw a good party, but y'all are nuts. I remember, I actually have been to... Well, it wasn't necessarily a furry convention specifically. Many years ago, one of my best friends was going through some things in life, and he had discovered My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, and this man was already in his mid-20s at the time. So I didn't think much of it at the time at first. I was like, I'd watched it with him a little bit. It's like, it's a show. It's a cartoon. It's harmless. Like, he was one of those bronies that was getting a little, even for a grown man, getting obsessed. And I remember one weekend he had messaged me being like, hey, he didn't ask if I was free. He didn't see if I wanted to go. He just sent me a text message, hey, be sure to be free this weekend of this month. And I'm excited. I'm thinking like, oh snap, are we going to a concert that's out of state? Are we going to a convention that's taking a couple of days? Where are we going? And he sends me a picture, BronyCon, with a ticket with my name on it. And so I'm thinking, oh, did you already pay for it? And he says, yep. And I'm thinking, okay, I guess we're going to BronyCon. And honestly, it's half what I was expecting. I was totally expecting grown men with neck beards, dressed in bright colors, dressed in bright pony colors. And I was half right. There were some people certainly dressed like that. And the rest were just regular convention goers, cosplayers, families, just people just having a good time. Just happened to be themed around My Little Pony. And I remember I actually couldn't even... I was still living with my family at the time. So I couldn't even really... I didn't have the heart to tell them that. That's what I told them I was going to a cartoon convention. Because that's technically true. It's just wasn't necessarily the theme. And then I remember I told my sister where I really was going, what it really was. And she told my dad. And my dad was like, he's where? That was a fun text to get. Neither player can special summon. Oh, damn. But, and the reason I just simply called it a cartoon convention and not what it was simply because I was not prepared for a single follow-up question. Like, what do you do at these conventions? I have no earthly idea. like, what were we gonna be doing there? I not a clue. Oh, that's right, I can't special summon. I don't know what the hell I was thinking just there. Oh, I'm gonna take a chance. Well, that was something. Damn. Hope they don't special summon something else, or normal summon something else. But, it was an interesting convention. I bring that up because King Furry here. Because at some point, there were absolutely furries at this convention. 110%. And people have detailed furry costumes. Like, they look mad expensive. And people were running around dancing in these things. Like, there was a rave at some point. Like, there was a big dance hall. Everyone had glow sticks. Everyone was dancing. There was a lot of house music playing. Just a bunch of that. And a bunch of dancing furries just dancing up a storm. They are mad expensive. Yeah, they look mad expensive. More power to them. If they can afford it, if that's their thing, like, hey man, go nuts. Or ma'am, I don't know who's under that suit. Which I assume is part of the allure. Which is glory hole logic. If you think about it. Okay, I can't special summon. The idea of not knowing who's on the other side. Isn't that like part of the strange allure? Could be anyone. Just interesting and weird. Okay, I can't special summon. Okay, I already normal summoned this turn. Oh, I'm just gonna get the fortress, honestly. Yeah, that lack of special summoning is really messing me up right here. But, honestly, when it comes to whether it's a really expensive or detailed furry costume, or just a really detailed, expensive cosplay in general, I'm a big Star Wars fan, so anytime I see somebody with, like, a really, really good Star Wars cosplay, like a really good Darth Vader, or, like, a really good Stormtrooper, Clone Trooper, or Mandalorian, or something like that, or just Jedi Knight, just respect, I appreciate it. Was that I can't special summon, you bastard? You suck. Can't even set that. What can I do? I already normal summons. I can't believe Vanity's Fiend screwed me that bad. Wish I had that card as a kid. But yeah, like really good, really detailed cosplays are awesome. And when I was at BronyCon, that was not an exception. There were people in really good cosplays. I think one of my favorite was somebody had a Master Chief costume, but it was like bright purple, and the big war hammer was like unicorn themed. It was hilarious. I think I have a picture of it somewhere in my cloud savings of photos and stuff, the Twilight Chief. I don't know if that was the actual name, but that's what I'm remembering. Good times. And people are dedicated. People are dedicated to their niche. Oh, you're gonna max see me, eh? Okay. But, I went to Comic-Con a couple months back, this past October, so that was like about 8 months ago. Something like that. I put some pictures up on Instagram. And I got a One Piece Tony Chopper hat that I've worn on stream before. Oh, I should have. Oh. But yeah, that was the Comic-Con last year was the last convention I went to. And I hadn't been to a convention before that for a long time. Yeah, it was fun to buy the Chopper hat. And I saw the Season 2 teaser trailer for the live-action One Piece. The live-action One Piece, the first season, I honestly really enjoyed it. It was honestly really one of the better live-action adaptations of an anime I've seen. So that's proof it can be done well. I'm also looking forward to them making Lego sets based on the live-action One Piece. I'm not sure why they're doing it that particular direction, but yeah. Heard it was good. Honestly, it is. They had to streamline a bunch of the story to make it fit. But, like, obviously for One Piece being such a massive story with over, like, 1,100 episodes, they obviously had to cut a lot of stuff down. But I feel like what they did worked really well. And I'm looking forward to Season 2. And even when I watch later season stuff, when I see something really cool happen in the anime, and I think, your move, live action, dazzle me. Best of luck. But, they're making Lego sets of that, so I'm hoping to get one of those. It'd be cool to get the ship. Get the Going Merry. Because they only based it on the one, so far, the live action. If they were basing the Lego off, like, the manga, there would be so much potential. It'd be wild. But so far they're doing that live action. So they have to base it on what already exists in the live action Netflix series. I'm sure they did it for copyright reasons and fun paperwork, you know? But yeah, the live action One Piece is good. I did enjoy it. Blows every other... Almost every other live-action adaptation out of the water. Like, I've never seen Dragon Ball Evolution, and I'm not going to. Simply based on reputation of how bad it was. And, you sadly have. I'm so sorry for your loss. F's in the chat, everybody. He's actually seen Dragon Ball Evolution. I'm so sorry, bro. I have not seen Evolution, and I've also never actually sat down and watched the first M. Night Shyamalan adaptation of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Because M. Night Shyamalan movies are all about twists. You know? So the idea, how the fuck do you put like a twist ending director in charge of a serialization of a movie? Like the series already exists. So the story is kind of already set. It's like, what changes are you going to make? But I did see the Netflix adaptation, and that was better. The Netflix adaptation of Avatar: The Last Airbender, it was okay. The One Piece, I think the best was, for me personally, is the One Piece live action adaptation. But I've never actually seen the Cowboy Bebop live action, and I've never seen Death Note live action. I'm really not a big fan of live action adaptations of animated work. I'd much rather see an animated version of something live action, if we're gonna have to go that route at all. If something was made to be animated, to be a cartoon, to be a video game, to be a comic book, it works best in that medium. It's so rare to change the medium of the intention of something's creation and have it work out just as well. You know? It's so rare. Not impossible. Like a decent movie that's based on a video game. Like the Resident Evil movies, the Tomb Raider movies, the Silent Hill movies, like, at best are okay. You know? At best, they're okay. And that's being generous. Oh, I should have summoned Tanker. What was I thinking? Yeah, but I've never seen Dragon Ball Evolution. So that's good. Nothing I destroy. No, I don't need anything like that. Okay, you destroy my advance. I thought you were going to destroy Dark Golem there. Oh, you cross out Designator hidden down there this whole time? Damn. That's what should be added to my Ancient Gear and Shenanigan deck. Little cross-out Designator. Trying to remember if there's any other live-action versions of animation. Because it's not the same. Because even, like, say, a video game based on a movie, like a movie licensed game, has those more often than not aren't good. Some are okay in bits and pieces, but for the most part, movie licensed games are not very good because they have to copy a movie, like down to the plot or down to sequences. So you can only do so much in that kind of adaptation. But I would still take that. I'll take a video game adaptation of a movie than a movie adaptation of a video game. Because certain adaptations of video games are really meant to be experienced hands-on. So putting that in a movie in something you just watch is kind of just... It's not the same. Oh. Not what I was expecting. Effect damage only. Didn't even damage them. What are we doing on time? Let's try one more round. Oh, you know, I wanted to do cross. I wanted to unlock the cross out designator. That's what I wanted. I don't think I have one of those. Whoops. Cross out. Okay, generate. Am I gonna get lucky? Thought I was gonna get lucky and get a royal rare one. That'd be neat. I'm gonna take out a call by the grave. How about that again? Could use one. Okay, actually, I'm gonna put. I'll put call by back. Maybe I'll take out one of the ash blossoms. See if that helps. Just hoping it'll be a shiny or a royal rare cross out. Now I'm just feeling spoiled. I already got 2 this stream. Neither of them were the ancient gears, but they were still cool to get. One was a goblin card. I'll have to go back and see what the other one was. Oh wait, it was I forget. The archetype was interesting. It was like this demon-looking dude. It was like a very specific synchro monster. Mix something. Oh. Okay. Well, well, well. Should I ruin their hand or improve mine? Yeah, I'm gonna ruin theirs so they don't mess it up. 2v2 machines. If your opponent controls 2 monsters than you, if those are in the same column. Yeah. Get rid of this. Summon the Dark Golem. Now that I know they don't have any hand traps. I'm trying to think, what other, like, live action or adaptation, maybe even a spiritual successor to something, or a really bad sequel. Know what I mean? 'Cause sometimes when a game is being made or something along those lines, it's usually, I guess it really only works well in the world of games. You can have spiritual successors and all kinds of things, actually, now that I really think about it. Just thinking about what I want here. I'll just fuse. Okay, I'm gonna take a chance. Another Ash Blossom. Okay. Oops. Okay, if I use this and you. I'm trying to think. There's not really a lot of examples where I can think of off the top of my head where like there's a show could get a spin-off, but even games get spiritual successors, so to speak, like the one off the top of my head, the series Clock Tower, which is a survival horror point and click adventure game. But after the third game, maybe really the fourth game, Clock Tower, after Clock Tower 3 on PS2, they stopped making new Clock Tower games and instead made the spiritual successor Haunting Ground. Same developer, I believe. And now that's like a really hard to find gem of a PS2 title. There's a bunch of really hard to find PS2 titles like that. Rule of Rose. Whoa. Yeah, there's a couple like that. The Fatal Frame games are hard to find now. I managed to get my hands on the first one. I don't know if it was just resealed or factory sealed. I don't know if it was factory sealed. It'd be fucking awesome. I think it was just resealed for plastic. But still. Yeah. PS2 horror and PS1 horror games. Really hard to find now. Even Silent Hill 1 on the PS1 nowadays goes for like $100. Remember, I was actually looking for... it sucks. Some games are rare, hard to find. Not even because they're good. Some games are just like limited print, or they just weren't very popular back then. But it sucks when a game like isn't even necessarily good or fun necessarily, but it's expensive and hard to find. Those are annoying. For example, Clock Tower, the series I just mentioned. The American release of Clock Tower 2, which in Japan is called Clock Tower Ghost Head, but the American version, Clock Tower 2, is like really hard to find. Very limited release. And the thing is, every review of that game I see says the game sucks. But the game's still like a hard to find PS1 collecting gem. It's kind of funny to me, like as a retro game collector, some of the most sought after, expensive titles to own a physical first party copy of are like some of the most nonsensical games like ever. One of my favorite examples for the Nintendo GameCube. One of, if not the rarest game on the GameCube is Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire box. I'm not even kidding. That game is just a box. Like, in Pokemon games you have the PC to put your Pokemon in PC to store for the rest of the game. That is a GameCube disc to have more box space for your in-game Ruby and Sapphire Pokemon. And it's just Ruby and Sapphire. It's not like it's all Pokemon games or Pokemon Emerald after that, or even the ones before. It's only Ruby and Sapphire. And I remember actually seeing that available in stores, or at least Nintendo Center. And I thought at the time, wow, that is so weird. Who would want that? It's like, it's not even really a game. So I passed up on it. I didn't buy it. But at the time, if I knew then what I know now, I would have bought one and then just never touched it. Having that thing sealed, because now that's like a $10,000 collector's item of a game. It's wild. Like, because it comes with all these accessories, like a full complete version is like really hard to find. And I don't even know if they were available at like GameStop or anything. I think they might have been only available at like the Nintendo Center in Manhattan, if I remember correctly. But I remember seeing it for sale and thinking, that's stupid. Why would I want that? Now, as a collector, I'm thinking, wow, I really hope I run across one randomly. It's never going to happen, but... This is one of those things. The odds of finding that particular game at, say, a yard sale or a flea market is insanely low. Insanely low. It's not like finding another collector's items game that are just like hard to find, like Earthbound for the Super Nintendo. That's a pretty hard to find game. Chrono Trigger, it's a pretty hard to find Super Nintendo game. Pretty collector's items. People are really sought after them. I'm trying to remember. Oh, it's light and dark. Damn. Can't fuse anything with that. So if there's any off the top of my head, if there was I'm not even sure what I'm even looking for. So that's not true. I'm not necessarily actively retro collecting right now. Like, it's not. I'm not looking. I don't have anything saved right now. Like, I'm usually hunting for stuff on, say, like eBay, or maybe looking at Basic Marketplace or some kind of, however, giveaway situation. But one of the best ways, if you are trying to get into anything, really, collecting, one of the best things that's ever helped me as a retro collector was simply telling my friends and family that I collect retro games. Because on multiple occasions, somebody stumbled across some retro games that they didn't really care for themselves, were probably just going to get rid of or ignore entirely, but they thought, wait, Connor likes this stuff, maybe he'll want it. So they'll hold it to the side or give me a call and ask if I want it. And I've gotten some really cool stuff that way. My older brother, he's an electrician, and one time he was doing some work on this condemned, abandoned building. No one lived there, no one was coming back. Didn't matter. And he found an Atari 2600 and a Sega Dreamcast. And these were both like, not just like these were like special edition. Like the Atari 2600 was like the black Darth Vader special edition, or whatever it was called. And the Dreamcast was like the black sports edition, because Dreamcasts are usually white, but the sports edition was black with the word sports, and it even had the controller. So these are harder to find variants of these consoles. And these were just sitting in a condemned, abandoned building. No one was going to come back for these old 20 plus, 30 plus year old video game systems. I'm pretty sure if they were in an abandoned building or condemned building, the owners had much, much bigger problems to deal with than, condemned, don't have a home. Oh no, my Sega Dreamcast. I'm pretty sure they had bigger problems. And so they decided, fuck it, no one's come back. So they ended up, he took them and he gave them to me. And they look so much better on my shelf than they do in some abandoned house, in my humble opinion. And inside the Dreamcast was a copy of Crazy Taxi. That's a really fun game. It's a fun arcade game. And then later, like a few years later, not even that long, I don't have anything to discard. Damn. I can't Super Poly because I can't discard. Damn. Friends of mine had a stack of Dreamcast games that they were going to throw away. Like, not even donate to like Goodwill or sell at a yard sale. Oh, I got a level up. Nice. Went from 34 to 35. But yeah, my friends gave me a stack of Dreamcast games about yay thick. And I was just happy to I'll take them off their hands for free. They weren't going to play them. If they were literally better on my shelf than in someone's, better in the trash, And so I get this stack of Dreamcast games, and now those Dreamcast games are some of like the best games in my collection in terms of rarity. Some of those games were $100, $200 titles. Hard to find. Something I'd never even really heard of. They're getting me for free. So that is the definition, in my opinion, of one man's trash is indeed another man's treasure. Like, I got this one game called Mars Matrix. It's like this 2D space shooter. It was like kind of like a isometric at this angle. It's like $200 on eBay. And I tried it, and it's hard as nails. But it was interesting. It was Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's one of the best fighting games of all time. And the fun thing about the Dreamcast for that particular generation, the Dreamcast is part of the PlayStation 2, original Xbox, and the GameCube generation. So generation 6, I believe that's the one. And so if you find games that are cross-platform that were released for all those systems, like Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2, Soul Calibur games, anything where if it was released for the PS2 or PS1 or Xbox, chances are the Dreamcast version is more expensive because the Dreamcast was discontinued much sooner, which means there were just less copies floating around. So finding a copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for the Dreamcast is worth more than the same game on the Xbox or the PS2, because there's just less copies of them floating around. And that's how collectors' mindset works. What else did I get? There was another game. Like, it was the one game in the wrong case. Like, there was a Sonic Shuffle, which is kind of like Sonic's Mario Party. And I open it up, and it's some kind of wave racing game. And I was a little disappointed. But then I went on eBay, and I was like, oh, this wave racing game is like $100. It's in the wrong case, but hell yeah. There's a handful of other games. Mars Matrix. Yeah, sample. But yeah, that stack of Dreamcast games that was given to me for free, but it ended up becoming... They must have given me like $400 worth of in Dreamcast titles. Collectively. Which was awesome. So that's my major tip. If you want to get into collecting, kind of anything, just tell people in your life that you're doing it. because at some point, it may not be that same day, but at some point, it's like they might run across something, and they'll think of you. Be like, oh, I know somebody who would appreciate this. I know somebody who uses these. And to this day, like, even if it's not something I need, like, I'll be out, or like, I'll get like a random text message. Like, it'll be like my parents being like, hey, we found this at a yard sale. And they send me like a picture of like a stack of video games or something. I was like, any of these poke your interest? And maybe one or two will be like, yeah, actually, if you can grab this one for me, that'd be really cool. Or other times, like, nah, it's all just a bunch of sports games. I'm good. But thanks for thinking of me. Remember my dad, actually, one of his coworkers at the time was selling just a box of old stuff. Like a Nintendo DS, a blue DS, the original big bulky one, with like Guitar Hero, but for like the DS, so it had that little tiny DS peripheral, so it had like the little tiny portable Guitar Hero. That and a handful of other games in like a carrying case. And it was like all that for like $50. And I was like, yeah, sure. And the DS came with its original box. So as a collector, I'm like, ooh, anything that has its original box piques my interest. And I think if I have to, one of the original games I had as a kid, the original Pokemon Red, for years I had the original box and manual sitting in a drawer for years, minding its own business, not doing a damn thing. And then, I remember when we moved, must have lost it. I must have lost it, because I never saw it again. They must have just got lost. People were packing up boxes, and it's, an old box to a video game, like, it's like, at the time, we didn't think of it. I didn't think of it. I wasn't looking at the collecting value of it, obviously. But, honestly, out of all of them, I was like, man, I really wish I still had that. Because that would make my original copy of Pokemon Red like a $500 collector's item. Not that I'd be willing to sell it per se, but it would just be... it'd be nice. But actually, the friends who gave me the Dreamcast games actually ended up giving me an empty box of Game Boy games. One of them being Pokemon Fire Red. But I don't actually have a physical copy of Pokemon Fire Red right now. It's so annoying. I really wish I did. Should I fuse? Can't tell. Which one is unaffected by crap? Which one is not affected by stuff? So now I'm on a hunt for Pokemon Fire Red so that I can... well, that game is expensive now. But if I ever get lucky and find a copy at like a yard sale or something, I'll already have the box and manual and stuff. I believe it has the manual, if I remember correctly. Oh, there was also Pokemon Red Mystery Dungeon. Got the box for that. Collecting games that have cardboard boxes is certainly more difficult. Like I also collect Sega Genesis games, but those games come in those games have plastic cases instead of the Super Nintendo instead of the Super Nintendo, NES, Game Boy cardboard boxes. But if you just get those plastic square container holder things, which I only have one of. Only one of my games, Super Nintendo games, actually has that. Hoping to get those for all my boxed games. Just to help keep them in good condition. I have a small handful of Game Boy Advance games that are in the cardboard box. Definitely want to keep those in good condition. Nice. What do you got? What do you got? Oh, you suck. So close. Oh, wait. I can win right now. Boom! Awesome. Hell yeah. That was a good one. What do we got? 15 more minutes to the 3 hour mark. That was a good victory right there. Okay, Fortress. Just sending a message. Alright. Summoning Frame. Maxi. But you're gonna max C and you're gonna max C on top of Molter Army there? A little bit of a hat on a hat. You get 2 draws now. Let's just see that, you know. Fuse my frames together. And you get 2 draws. Was that 2 just now? Yes. Wow. Yeah, one for Maxi, one for... Yeah, I didn't think they were going to stack like that. Oh my god, what did you just do? Gamma Seal, you uncultured swine. How dare. It's an insult to my people. How dare he? Oh, jeez. Damn. Oh, come on. Really? Wow. Okay, that. Excuse me. Setting up a storm, huh? Oh, not what I was expecting. All the more the heavy storm with you, my dear. What do you got? Well. You zarked me? Hmm. Okay, use that to normal summon. Link summon. What do you got? Oh my god. Really? What more could you possibly have? You don't have anything in your hand? What's this one? Well, that was ridiculous. Well, at least Zark still doesn't have an effect. So he's just a big beat stick. Oh. I don't think I've ever even seen this card. Whew, my brain just kind of skimmed all that and was like, nope. This card is always kicked rid of the Zark. If this face down card is in the extra this face down card is in the extra deck. Must first be either fusion summoned, special summon, attributing level 12 Zark, special summon, extra deck. Does that even do anything? I read all that. I don't even think it does anything. Burn. Do I even need to do anything this turn? I don't think so. Yeah, just do the 1,000 and call that there. It's cool art. Just doesn't seem like it does much. No piercing? One attack? Yeah, summon dragon actually. So all I gotta do is burn you for another 1,000. You're gonna destroy a howitzer. I can just bring it back. Howitzer summons tanker. Okay. Spell. Yugioh Dragon only negates spells and traps. It'd be way better if it could also affect negate. If it was more of an omni negate. People really did not care for this card. Honestly, I don't even really blame them. I only run one. What do I have? Okay. Okay, if I can pull off this fortress, I don't think it can even stop me. Or maybe you can. I just gotta summon Howitzer again, to be honest. Oh. Okay. I can attack. Okay. Even easier. So the whole thing was them having Zark on the field, a big 4K beat stick, was actually what was stopping me from punching them. once they got rid of that 4K wall, I was able to get past it. Gotta think about these things. Gosh, is this a bot? Quite possibly. Yeah. Slow. Oops. It's fine. Move something? I don't think I did. Wow, I thought I moved something on the stream, so I wasn't actually looking at the game just now. And now there's a Castry on the field. How dare he? Well, well, well. Oh, word. That's funny. Your unicorn's effect actually allowed me to have a golem to summon. That worked out. Wait, what do I have? Do I already have Duel and Commander? Hell yeah. That means I get Fortress and Fusion. Discard Commander. Come on. Activate Fortress. Excellent. I have an idea. Tribute Tanker. Draw. Now I can actually still use that tanker as fusion material, even though it's in the graveyard. And I got a free draw out of it. Combination of Fortress and Duel on the field. First attack the unicorn. Then destroy whatever the hell this thing even is. Spaceship. Third attack. Okay, this might seem odd now, but I'm going to use Ultimate Golem as material for Howitzer, because while Ultimate Golem is good, even with Duel on the field, it can still be used for shenanigans. It's good to keep an unaffected by card effects card on the field. Plus it can burn. More material. Now I see this as ancient gears in the graveyard being a good thing. Because with Duel, I can use them as fusion material. Let me get time-wise. Up past 3-hour mark. Castria. Itch for a sec. Ooh. Sorry, I was looking for something. Oh well. Let's see if I can bring back the tanker. Oops. Thanks, Fortress. Oh wow, I can bring back Ultimate Golem? That'd be fucking wild. Thanks, Fortress. You want to remove it, don't you? You want to banish my Ultimate Golem, don't you? You can't. I mean, you can now because the fortress is gone, but too little too late. You're gonna little knight me. Oh, activate the card effect. Well, what if I just attack? What if I just attack your little knight there? Spells and traps can't even be activated. Sweet. Ooh, got the rank up, and I got a new, got the new gold sarcophagus. True there. So, king sarcophagus. That's the one. Neat. Just need one moment. Sorry, I was just checking something. Well, I was actually gonna... I have one more round in me. Past the 3-hour mark, almost at midnight. Almost at the midnight of the Master Duel. Let's see. Set. Summon. Effect. Already have a catapult, even better. Nope. Ooh. No more searches, eh? Okay, since I can't search, I will simply summon. Nice, got a regular golem in the graveyard. That's always good. He's the Yugioh Slayer. Bring it on, Joestar. I didn't realize it was I, Dio, the antagonist the whole time. I didn't realize I was the world. What do you have to say, Yugioh Slayer? Which almost sounds like Jotaro. How dare you, Joseph Joestar, and your JoJo's. Oh, surprised you didn't attack my token there. Oh. I'll charge is being weird. That's attack. Okay. Oh. You know, I thought I knew how this worked. Pleasant surprise. Just one moment. I was gonna go for one more, but that one kind of just ended a little abruptly. That's a cool case. Nice. These three cards are a great combo to start. Oh well. Yeah, might as well get the fusion now. Nice. Interesting fields. Don't want to give him too many draws, though. Oops. Damn, they didn't have that mole charm me there. I would have kept summoning stuff. Well, well. Well, at least I can use the fortress to summon the statue. That's something. Well, it was something. Wow, Heart Raigeki and Harpy's Feather Duster. Sky Striker. That's not what I was. I really should have saw that coming. I don't know why I didn't. Everything about this says Sky Striker. Into Tempai Dragon. Oh, come on. I don't even have a negate right now.
Nah, I don't want to sit here and watch Ten by Dragon stuff. It's boring. It's slow and boring. Where am I at? Get your town. What do you got? I was gonna raid into another stream, but for some reason the option is not coming up for me. I'm typing it out, but I guess it is not live yet. I'm actually gonna summon my Royal Rare Ultimate Pound. You maxed me, eh? Are you also using Ancient Gears, you silly son of a bitch? They maxed me, so I was gonna play Dark Golem, but I think Dragon right now is actually gonna be. I can't even set that. I'm actually gonna tribute Tanker to draw. I could, but I don't want to play into the Max C anymore than I already have. That's a cool field. Go on.
2? Do they stack?
I know it stacks with Max C, but does it stack in itself? Up, they are also playing Ancient Gears. Negating the activation of the fortress wouldn't have done anything. Yeah, I can't negate Wyvern. Yep. Do that so you can play the catapult. Can't even negate that because of the fortress. Am I about to be out Metal Geared? Out Metal Geared? Oh, Ancient Geared? Metal Gear. It's very possible. It's very possible. Stream I was going to. Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. Sweet. Wow, I might be out ancient geared. It won't do anything. This could. Yeah, no Gear Town for you. Oh, you got a Royal Rare Ancient Gear Fusion? Oh, I'm jealous. I may have a Royal Rare Ultimate Pound, but I want one of those too. I want one. Oh, Chaos Giant. Ooh, yeah, that's going to be at least 6k damage. 6k, 75k. It's not quite game, but... Oh, it is game! Oh, I'm dumb. I can't believe the math added up like, my basic math failed me. I got out ancient geared. Well, the ancient gears are awesome. I can't be too mad. You know, Royal Rare Ancient Gear Fusion. That being said, let's see if we can't get one pack. See if we can't get lucky on that, you know? See if we can get a little lucky. Another Royal Rare luck. And as we conclude tonight's stream, I want to thank everybody for watching. Everybody for hanging out. I appreciate it, Kanito. Always number one, always hanging. Ooh, Hazy Flame Hippogriff. Ooh. Ooh, cool. We get lucky. Hydra. Ultimate Pound again. No, no shiny Hydra. Ooh. Castle. This is a good card. On. Oh. Shiny frame, but what's this? Ghost meets Girl, a masterful Miyakashi Shianuru saga. Well, that's cool. Getting there. Shiny, shiny. Light Storm Dragon. Cool. Generic. Nice. Good generic synchro. Okay, he's back. Huh, more of the Gaia cards I was talking about. And the final pack, can we get a little lucky? A little Royal Rare luck, come on. Shine, but not the shine I was looking for. In between T's. Ah, oh well.
Okay. Nice. Now. What the hell? Let's see if I can try to figure out how to raid works. Slash raid. Oops. Oh wait, maybe. Oops. Why? One moment, I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out. I thought I knew how to do this. One moment, I'm sorry. Twitch, how to. Wait, I've done this before. But honestly, only once. Followed by the target channel name in your chat. This way, Twitch presents. Okay. Slash raid. Rating Kanito 69 in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did it work? Did it work? I have no idea if it worked.
See what you got.
I'm trying. Raid. Yeah, 6-9. Raid now, please. And hello! There we go! Hell yeah!
Thank you for the raid.
There he is! Alright, I'm gonna head out here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Switching over to Kanito 69. Brah. Heading over to you. And to you.
Nothing much, got a new headset.
Sweet.
How's it sound?
Honestly, I'm gonna have to adjust that. But I want to thank you all for watching, and we will see you all in the next one.